What's up, everybody? I'm James.
I'm Marcellus.
And welcome to another episode of Issa Kickback.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this week we're kicking it with Chris Turner, who's a youth activist right here in the Quincy community. What's up, Chris?
Man, what's up? Thank you for having me on.
Of course, man. Welcome to the Issa Kickback. And thank you for all that you do in the community. I just want to start off saying that you are a pillar in the up-and-coming community. You're doing right by the kids. So I just want to say thank you first.
I appreciate that. Honestly, this is a long time in the making, man.
Yeah.
It is.
We was just talking like 7 years now since you and KJ brought them book bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one step, but like this has been in the making.
Sure. You know, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people didn't believe us when I was like, yeah, we got backpacks and shirts and like we just did that off the muscle of our support system here. We donated to see what we could do. But yeah, no.
Why do you think that is? If we want to get into that.
No, let's stick to the agenda. But Chris, man, like Marcellus out, man, we're so proud of you, and
absolutely,
you are a pillar to this community. Whether you see it in yourself just yet or not, you are very important to the youth, and you're important to the men who look up to you in a sense of they see what you're doing because you're in a position to help shape our kids' futures, and there's power in that, and there's respect in that because that's not a battle people want. People,
not at all.
So,
nah, I appreciate it. Honestly, I don't want to do too much. I'm like everybody else, really. But but to keep it a being, like it has been a long journey, and more than anything, careers aren't always about finance. Having 4 kids is crazy. That's crazy work to even say, but it's not like for real. Like there's a power in pouring into youth, and I was them.
Yeah.
So
we all were.
Don't nobody make it to the top without somebody, without a hand, without somebody caring. So being able to be even though I'm not even that old.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of kids that'll be like, man, Chris, this going on in my life, and I'm like, I needed a Chris when I was your age. So it is big time, and I'm happy and proud of what I do, obviously, but also humbled, and I wouldn't be able to do it without Christ and all the things that He's given me, and we ain't done yet. But I appreciate it.
So as you all know, how we like to start our episodes is with a vibe check, so you guys kind of get the gist of what this episode is going to talk about. And I'm going to hold that down this week. So the vibe check for this week is the world will ask you who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you. Marcellus, when you hear that, what comes to mind?
What comes to mind is looking in the mirror first thing in the morning.
Okay.
You have to see yourself, one, as who you are in the moment, and see yourself and who you want to become. You want to wake up one day and be proud of yourself with all of your accomplishments. So that's the first thing that came to mind when you said that. And also just the system of the world.
Yeah.
Like they always want to paint us in all one picture, but we're all special and individual people.
Word.
So that's what I thought. How about yourself, Chris?
It's identity.
Mm-hmm.
This resonates a little deeper with me because ultimately, as a chameleon, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Like we move in different lanes. We survive and thrive in different environments. I rub shoulders with people. I have friends in high school that lived in the projects, and I have friends that lived at Spring Lake. So, and it's always been that way for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So figuring out who you are in any community is tough. But in this one, looking like us, unfortunately, there's rural communities around the country where kids struggle, and identity's huge. And when you don't have a lot of places to turn to, now first, it's nobody's fault, like about the demographics of where we live.
Yeah.
You don't get to choose where you're born.
No, but inherently there is a problem with that.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of times where I let the world tell me who I was. And listening to the young people I work with and have the privilege to see every day, like they in deep in that. 96, 97, 2000, there wasn't streaming services and internet.
Yeah.
So it was like, we might have had phones, but they was box phones. You wasn't on the screen. You wasn't looking at Cardi.
Yeah.
You wasn't looking at Glorilla.
Yeah, you didn't have access to that. Yeah.
And on the boys' side, you know, Young Jeezy and Yo Gotti, and that shaped my life, right? At the age of 16. So I quickly hear what you say, and it just starts to trigger the things in my brain, and it's really a big part of my purpose.
Word.
I love that.
That is a deeper meaning.
You said Young Jeezy, boy.
And I resonate with that too, in the sense of what, like you said, the chameleon is knowing. Like I call it wearing a mask. I'm a black professional in this area, and I wear a mask. I slipped up the other day. I called in Monday because I wasn't feeling the best. I went in Tuesday. My boss was like, "How are you feeling today?" I was like, "I'm thugging it out." I was like, she was like, "Oh, okay," and walked away. I was like, "Did I just say that?" Yeah, I just said that. I was like, "Oh, no, yeah." So, but it's like you wear a mask in these rooms, but in the sense, it's like if you're always wearing a mask, how do you figure out who you are? And you know, and that goes back to what you say in the mirror, boy. I get myself that. I talk to myself in the morning, brush my teeth. You him. You know your mission. You know your job. Don't let these people come at you crazy no more. Because that identity is something I struggled with young, in the sense of I was always the white black guy, right? So it was kind of like
I can relate.
So it was. I was a AB student until my junior year of high school. AB student, didn't touch liquor, didn't touch drugs, none of that.
Right.
I was the white. You're the Oreo. You're the. You know, I was a token. I was the one black guy with all the white kids. It was just so I struggled with that. But now it's making sure you know who you are. You know, and accepting that, and not letting media or certain outside sources kind of tell you who you are.
Exactly.
But so. We kind of let you guys know what this episode is going to be about. And in a sense, we're going to be focusing more so on the youth and what we can do as the unks, right?
I'm reluctantly warming up to that. But yeah, for sure.
I'm not warming up to none of that.
maybe Big Bro.
Big Bro,
Other person.
Yeah.
They say I'm the op, so I'm the other person. You know what I mean? You ain't got a lot of people in your corner. Mom's got to hold you down. Dad's got to hold you down. But when you outside of that, I'm your other person. So I'm not.
I like that. I like that.
So one thing I want to talk to you about, since you are in the school industry, and that's such a critical age for like these young people, and it helps define who they are. How do you feel like the outside narratives often shape their identity? And do you think they even realize the impact of it?
To directly answer 100%. I hear it every day in the hallway. The reason why kids get into conflicts, it has to do a lot with pride. And I'm not talking about conflicts with adults. Ultimately, there are things that we all strive to be better at. And connecting with kids, connecting with history and frame of reference and who you are as a person versus what you behave as. We all got to work towards that. But in them hallways, man, if you soft, you dead meat.
Yeah.
If you show any kind of empathy, you dead meat. Nobody want to be smart. Don't nobody want to work hard. We, for some reason, and I say we, because it does start at the top.
Yeah.
Like I'm a father. I got 4 children.
Yeah.
3 boys, 1 girl. It is definitely crazy. But thinking about my boys, like ultimately, a mission for responsibility is something I can't shy away from.
Right.
So when I hear young men come in talking about gossip and what's so-and-so doing and running the fade and picking up switches and talking about guns at age 12, like that don't happen on an everyday basis, but that's what they listen to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You put on them headphones out of one of their ears and it's not Einstein.
Yeah.
It's not Mozart. I wouldn't even listen to that shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's not anything that's productive.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
Yeah.
To the ninth degree. So they feed their brain. Their brain feeds those thoughts, and those thoughts turn into action. Why I need an education if I could listen to Lil Durk, figure out how to make it? I'm completely oblivious to the fact he locked up. R.I.P. Lil Durk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, these kids know. They listening. They watching, and they have no other mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Like, we was just talking about the Nordo wick, you know. Who want to smoke with me? Who want to smoke with me?
Yeah.
11, 12-year-olds doing that. Parents hyping them up. They cold. But at the same time, what is you teaching your child?
Yeah.
And I'm coming from no place of judgment. Like, I make my own mistakes. I have subjected my own children to things they should not have seen. At the same time, I'm aware enough to make changes.
That's that's the key.
And I'm present enough to follow through. Unless it's punishing them because I don't do a good job of that either. That's why they don't respect me.
Yeah. Hey, I feel you because my
love
daughter,
the honesty.
Yeah,
love the honesty.
Hey, if we're gonna be candid, we got to be candid. And
For sure.
I can go and influence the mind of 1,200 kids, but I can tell my 3 to pick up their room, and they look like I'm crazy. Like, my son looked at me, told him to take out the trash. I'm like, what? Excuse my language, but he like, why I gotta take trash out? At the same time, like, we was talking about how the kids have this outside perception of themselves, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we all want to be good at something.
Yeah.
If I don't see myself as the best athlete or the best student, what else I got, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then ultimately, the things that school is a microcosm of this community.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other way to put it. Our school is a microcosm of our community. We work hard in the district to get representation, but we lack there. And then when they go home, when they turn on their phones, when they turn on the computer, when they hit up TikTok, like, that's what tells them who they are.
Yeah.
And like we started, if you don't know who you are, then what somebody says about you is going to rock your world.
Yeah.
There's adults that don't have internal validation.
Facts.
Ain't that the truth?
Actually, a lot of them.
Yeah.
If we keeping it a bean, most adults don't have internal validation. That's why social media does what it do.
Yeah.
So if we really have those conversations about how to really maybe sacrifice some of the things we like, then the music they listen to now, I'm not going to stunt and act like I wasn't listening to it 10 years ago.
Your version of it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. It was crazy because the kid had a Carter 2 shirt on today. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even understand what that meant to me.
Yeah.
Like, that was my life. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned Young Jeezy, Yo Gotti, 36 O's, like cocaine, like all of those things that I was listening to while at the same time trying to put in the work to apply to Mizzou.
Yeah.
And when it came down to trying to make something happen, that seemed easier.
Yep.
Took me 10 years off my track. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So it is personal to me. I am passionate about it. And ultimately, the more mirrors that we have in this community and in communities like this, the more positive change we can really get. Just
to piggyback off that, what would you suggest? Like, because I'll tell you this, man. I've been back for 2 years, and I've met Black millionaires that are here. I didn't know they existed in this town. I met Black millionaires that are here. And, there's Mike Dade. I know you've had Mike Dade out.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are people who can be leaders in the sense, and I know there's backstories to why they're not so physically present and upfront about a lot of that. But what would be some ways that they could kind of, step up and kind of show there's a different path? Because a lot of these guys, the few I know, they were entrepreneurs in the sense of the traditional route where they got a loan or, they friends and family bootstrapped it. I'm a friends and family bootstrapped it. That's how I got to where I am. Nah, for sure. First part of that, like we talked about off camera, like you guys are doing your thing, right? Yeah. We hooping. It's a kickback. Good vibes. Y'all been doing your thing, right? Yeah. In my own right, I'm doing my thing. No, facts. You see what I'm saying? Whoa, holding it down. Mike's doing his thing. Jay Scott, shout out to Jay Scott. Just Blends. He doing his thing. Like, but there's 15 of us. Yeah. And we are spread out, and we are just, at the end of the day, human beings trying to make it. Yeah. Like, I want to pour into everybody's kids, but I got to pour into mine first. Yeah. I got to pour into me first. So trying to figure out how to unite everybody is a huge problem because ultimately we can't keep talent. Yeah. You think about it, we got people that move here from other cities, and they could be the next Mirror. Yeah.
They're here for 3 years. If they don't have a child or find somebody, where are they going?
Right back to where they came from.
If they grow up here and they want something better or they try to level up, they switched up. It's the crab in the bucket.
Yeah.
You ain't my people no more.
Yeah.
You acting different.
Why you acting funny?
Why you acting funny, right? And it don't even got to be about money. It just got to be about the way you carry yourself. Okay, so this kind of really, and ultimately, the platform is what matters. So this prompted me more than anything to do this. When we talk about what it means to be a man, right? That's tangible. No, not tangible. It's theoretical, but it is something that you can pinpoint. These things make you a man, whether it's integrity, honesty, empathy, compassion, doing the right thing. Yeah. Which is not easy in any case, but can you act the color? I ask y'all that. And I know kind of y'all have your own thoughts about this, but that's something that you can act like a man. Yeah. I don't know if you can act black. I don't know if there's a such thing as acting white. Yeah. But like I say, I'm in these hallways. So the conversation sparks, what's it mean to act black?
Yeah. Because you've asked your students that.
Well, I didn't even ask them. What's crazy is they brought it up.
Oh, swear. Okay.
We often have conversations. This month's topic. So I'll get into the Young Man Initiative and the Young Woman Initiative and the things that we popping off at junior high and in the district. But first, like, we have our growth month. So this is January. It's the importance of having a growth mindset. Right? So failure is not a bad thing unless you stay stuck in failure. We talking about pushing the next limit, you versus you. And our next month's topic, well, is what spurred it. It was having the importance of having cross-cultural friend groups. Yeah. So like I said, I have friends in Spring Lake. I have friends in the projects. I have friends that were American, Asian, Hispanic. Like, there's power in that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's power in that. So one of the kids mentioned one of their friends who happened to be white. Yeah. And he was like, nah, such and such black. So then I got to think, spinning. I'm like, what you mean by that? Yeah. And they said, so I just wrote, all I did was write on the board, I said, black, white. Tell me what this means. If I'm acting white. Now, you just said it. You was the white black dude.
As was I.
As was you. As was I. Right? I think ultimately I got heated every day for wearing Abercrombie and American Eagle. Yeah. And then I went to Cream in St. Louis and every dude down here got the clothes that I'm wearing. We just ain't caught up yet. Yeah. So we getting heated, we getting isolated, ostracized, whatever word you want to use because of how we dress. So what's it mean to dress black? Yeah. Shiesty mask. First thing they say.
Now, you remember when me and Ronnie came and visited and we asked them.
Yeah, we had these.
And I was
Shiesty mask.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav chain. Right? Iced out.
Because Ronnie had his little you dig, boy. I was just like, bro, we were talking to children today.
But that's what they see anyway. So like,
he needed to do it.
He did because and that caught their attention.
Exactly.
But from an adolescent mind, like, perception is reality. Yeah. And unfortunately, their perception is that being black is negative. Yeah. Oh. It's negative. It's not, and let's keep it a bean. It is not just this community. Yeah. It's this country. It's society, right?
That's 400 years.
It's society, right? So I'm asking them, like, what's it mean? They like, okay, flip it. What's it mean to be white? Gated neighborhoods. The thing that got me the most was the talking proper. Yeah. The ability to articulate yourself. Yeah. I had a young man, and this conversation is not from one, but many over the years. But this young man said, I don't even talk like them. Who's them? Yeah. They all the same color, same complexion. But in his mind, because he grew up with parents that were that are different lifestyles, no cross-cultural friend groups, he wasn't like them. Like, and the program is to show them that, like, you are amazing at what you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, you got Carlton, you got the light skinned dude off Martin, and you got
TC.
But that's just some corny dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make them any less black.
No.
Yeah.
When I had these conversations, and I'm so glad I did, because these are excellent kids. Like,
Mhm.
that's the first thing you need to know is these are A1 students. And identity is something that all kids this age struggle with.
Yeah.
Identity is something adults struggle with.
I was just about
Right,
to say that.
right. This
Yeah.
is, adults are just grown-ass kids. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
So when my identity is predicated on what I see on TV, on what I see when I go outside, go to the park, when I'm on the block, and on the lack of what I see when I go out in my community, it's difficult. It's difficult. You have a lot of opportunity here, a lot of resources.
Mhm.
I would argue that they are scattered. Someone I used to work with said silos.
Okay.
We scarcity of resources.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Nonprofits have this happen a lot to them. Everybody's trying to get the same funding, help the same kids, and how do we collaborate? I have seen it grow. I remember when I first came around, graduating in 2018, it was like everybody was competing with everybody, like baddies. Everybody fighting everybody. Like it was crazy. Like nobody had a way to come together, and to some degree, we still struggle with that. And I'm sure it's not exclusive to Quincy, but like you said, there's a lot of people out here doing their thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't make them white.
Yeah.
I love all people, but you can't act a color.
Yeah.
You either a man or you're not. That's not gender exclusive.
Yeah.
That's not race exclusive. That's something that you make choices as a young person. And I misspoke on the gender. I don't really touch on that too much, but like being a man, in my opinion, is about action, and ultimately it's not about being a thug.
No, it's not. Especially when you don't have, I think one thing that's blurry for kids is they see these people that have to do those things to survive,
Mm-hmm.
and they run with it. Whereas we don't have to do that.
Right.
But yeah,
we made it popular.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you convince someone to drink poison? Turn it into soda.
Yep.
Sell it as Coca-Cola. So we digest the toxicity. We digest the negativity. We surround ourselves with those lies society tells us about ourselves. We don't have a grounded sense at that age.
Yeah.
And we can get into faith and all the other things, but ultimately, like, you can't expect somebody that old to know who they are or who they want to be.
Yeah.
Honesty, integrity, character, those things matter.
Yeah.
Loyalty, conviction. Like,
how old were you when you feel like you finally got a grasp on it?
I still ain't got a grasp on it.
Mm.
But I will say, life hit me a few times in the chin.
Yeah.
And all we can do is plant seeds. And I had a lot of seeds planted. I had a lot of people pour into me. I ain't just wake up, make up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, people poured into me. Grace is undeserved favor. I received a lot of grace. But ultimately, over time, those seeds started to grow. I got into college, and then it got competitive. And then it went from just trying to figure out how to make it to wanting to beat everybody.
Okay.
And that was seared into my soul. Like,
Yeah.
Because of where you came from, I want to be better than you. Because you don't know how to get it out the mud like I do. It doesn't make you bad, but boy, I gotta beat you.
Yeah. Come
Right.
on.
Right?
The nature.
I like Quincy Housing Authority, the Hills, the projects. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing's been easy. I had some grandparents that love me. My mom loved me. I have a great family support system. I'm starting to create my own family, but like, let's be real. I did not come up with $1 million savings account
Yeah.
or a trust fund. So if I know you came up a little bit less adverse than me, I got to overcome you.
Yeah.
And through that, it really just it started to make sense. But I would say I still have so much
Yeah.
that I need to grasp.
To bring it back a little bit, you say you had 1 year into Yogani, and yet you were still trying to apply to Mizzou.
Mm-hmm.
Kids nowadays, I feel personally, kind of don't have that balance anymore. Do you think, or what do you think people can do to kind of like, they're going to listen to that music regardless, but hey, you can still read these books. You can still apply yourself to go to a good college. How can we still like at least try to keep that balance to the youth?
No, that's an excellent segue because ultimately that's what I want to talk about, and we do address a lot of those things in some of the things that we do at our school. We go on a college trip every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the past 4 years, this will be our 5th one. We go to Harris Stowe State University, HBCU in St. Louis.
Wow.
Travel to campus, kids eat, they get to watch the step show.
Wow.
Different houses coming out, showing what they do. It's all about mirrors. Like ultimately, we got the GPS.
Yeah.
But until you put that destination in that thing, it's just a screen.
Yep.
So go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm glad you guys do that because I know when I was younger, I was in a program called Upward Bound.
Yep. I'm familiar.
And it's like a college prep program. But it started at like freshman year. And every summer they would take us to like out-of-state colleges to like put that seed in your mind. Like, hey, yeah, you live in Quincy, but you could go out and do something. We went to New York one summer. We went to NYU. We went to Syracuse. We went to like big-ass schools.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was... Yeah. We went to Mizzou one year too.
That's amazing. So they were pilot programs at the junior high that we started, and it's really a mirrors program. It is a way for them to see the address in the GPS, right? Because life's going to have you take a wrong turn. Everybody take a wrong turn. I done took 17 wrong turns, 3 circles, back, rewind, all of that. But as long as you got the address, what's the GPS going to do?
Reroute.
And I mean, I always say my job from the time I've graduated out of college, working with kids has been to get them across the bridge to the other side before they burn it down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I almost cooked my bridge, right?
Yeah.
Because while I was listening to Jeezy, I was applying to colleges, but I had never heard of FAFSA.
Most kids
I had never had anybody in my family that had ever applied to colleges.
Yeah.
I had never even thought of going to college until I went on a spur-of-the-moment trip to Mizzou to see Obama.
Wow.
And it was like, I got to be here. So I spent the whole school year trying to get in. Did that thing. Got accepted. The weekend of my orientation, when I was supposed to go stay in my dorm room, I was still on the street. Halfway in, halfway out, halfway crook.
Yeah.
Got set up. Like I said, took 10 years off my life, and not in a bad way, but reroute.
Yeah.
Right?
GPS gonna find a way.
Definitely learning, but a lot of grace. And then since then, I've only graduated on the dean's list from John Wood, Culver Stockton. Last year, I got accepted to U of I.
Congratulations.
For the MBA program. Yeah, thank you. So I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to pay back, but I also had a lot of help that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
Like I've been blessed with connections that have helped me do everything from figure out how to get my record cleared to how to find jobs, to connecting with the right people, to, just the people I get to work with every day. But it's definitely a full circle.
Yeah.
And the value of education plus probably my faith in God are the only 2 things that I can contribute or attribute this growth to.
Yeah.
Like, because you can always fall on your face. Anybody can sell drugs. Anybody can go to jail. But how you respond to adversity is a lot about who you are.
Yeah.
And why you do what you do. So if you ain't got a purpose, you're going to fold.
Yeah. And I think sorry to cut you off, but I think adversity is one of those things that from our upbringing is how we stand out the most, because there's people who don't look like us that if they were in our situation, they would fold.
100%.
They would fold. And just like the kids in the youth, that go home and they don't have mom, dad helping them with homework or nothing like that. There's people that would fold. They wouldn't even try. So through that adversity, you learn that you are capable.
Absolutely. And that confidence builds, right?
Yeah.
So now I can take on the world.
Yeah.
And this is really where that competition helped me a lot. Because at the end of the day, it didn't click for me until it clicked for me.
Where?
Somebody spent my entire life planting seeds, lifting me up to the top of that mountain. But and I still have so far to go. Like I hate even sitting here talking like I already made it, because I'm not. I'm just trying to help the kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like a call to action. Like all of the people that are in Quincy that are mirrors. Like, let's link. Let's collaborate. Let's get this started where it is something where we can build. And I don't have to be the person. I just want to make sure. I like to bring people together. I like to catalyze change. So having real conversations, and there's so many people that want to have them. Yeah. There's so many people that want to see that change. Yeah. And there's a lot of people, we need our friends to advocate for us. Yeah. I don't know how to say that, but we need our friends to advocate for us. Yeah. And that's how the room changes. I went to this really cool summit one year, and it was like, it ain't enough to just invite somebody to the party, right? Yeah. You invite me to your house, you over there kicking or whatever, but I'm standing there looking stupid. No, come get me. Yeah. Introduce me to whoever in here. Yeah. Show me where the drinks are. Show me where the bathroom is. The other exit. Like, acclimate me. Yeah. And I think it's easy to sit in silence. It's easy to ignore. Mm-hmm. But then it just becomes a problem later. Yeah. Like, we got too many that never see the potential because they burnt that bridge down before they got across the street. Right? China's real. Yeah. China's real. Yeah. You can get to China. Yeah. Long as you don't get yourself booted from a plane, put on one of them black, you can get to China. Yeah. But we got to stop you from messing it up. Yeah, thinking this is it. Because this ain't it. This ain't it. None of this is it. Like, nah, if a kid or an adult or anything, you want to know how to help, like, be your authentic self. Yeah. Not what you see on TV. Tell your kids it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be coachable. Yeah. I remember, like, and I used to do this too, I'm not gonna lie, but somebody tried to tell me what to do, motherfucker trying to tell me, you ain't my mama. Don't nobody gotta be your mama to help you do the right thing. Yeah. To give you a pro tip.
It's accountability and community.
And how do we protect our babies and still have valuable conversations where we align with school? Yeah. I work for the school. There's people that I don't see eye to eye with. Those conversations aren't had with my son. He's still held accountable if he do something wrong. Because the minute I slip up and let something out that's really not called for, it changes how he looks at school. Facts. And as a parent, you're not going to make me believe that anybody don't want what's best for their child. But oftentimes, I think pride and some other things really undermine that mission. We need more mentors that represent the students that we're talking about.
Sorry to cut you off again, but for me, it was like I'd never seen a black lawyer. I'd never seen a black dentist. I've never seen a black, a
black doctor.
Yeah, and it's all
unless they was African.
Yeah, yeah,
like African. Yeah. Until I went to Chicago, I never saw them either. Yeah, none of them, and that's what blew my mind about going to the city. Like, ultimately, we ain't got a lot of time to go through all of this, but life-changing experiences and the programs that we do are built on exposure. Yeah, to minority professionals, to life-changing experiences, and seeing that many people, and it could be Hispanic, it could be Asian American, it could be whatever. Yeah. You put whatever color box check you want to do. Like, to see so much culture and diversity, it was powerful. Yeah. I stayed at UIC for 2 weeks, pretending to be a college student. It was crazy. It was one of the best times of my life, but it was also an eye-opening experience. So I come back looking sideways, like, Quincy 3 blocks. Right?
Yeah.
What's crazy? Some of them dudes still on the 3 blocks, right? Like, it's changed down there, but there are people that spend their entire life in that community and in this community and never outgrow that. And if that's your life, that's cool. I'm not taking no shade at all. Like, people live your life, love your life. But at the same time, I don't want any kid to see that as their future. Yeah. Their destination. Yeah. Hell no.
Because those people be the loudest ones.
Right. and they're the ones that they're getting seen.
And they're putting their limitations on them. You're going to end up right here next to me. And it's like the guy that's not here right now in Chicago on this college campus that's doing these things, you can't hear him or see him right now, but that's who they hear. So
It's a dream. We don't need Martin Luther King in here. I do not need Martin Luther King to come and talk to these kids. I need real individuals who have focused. I mean, ultimately, we all found out the hard way that the kids that got made fun of and was nerdy in school ended up making $100K the first year they graduated.
Yeah,
right? They're millionaires now.
I know a set of twins, boy.
I got some, but I was the funny guy, right?
Yeah.
So and ultimately everything else, but like the work is now.
Yeah,
you either work now and you play later, or you can play around now and you work later. It's not a new concept.
So we're getting to the tail end of this. I just want these last two questions on the bottom of that. What responsibility do we have to interrupt these narratives, like with the youth? Like even if it's uncomfortable, how should we go about interjecting ourselves?
Apologize.
Word.
Quit the narrative of you soft. Stop glorifying YN.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I love me some Glorilla. I love all of that. I'm not gonna lie and act like there's not a lot of toxic traits that I'm trying to cut off myself.
Word.
But I can't even listen to that music and do what I do. See what I'm saying? It's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
I can't listen to you rap about sliding with a switch to shoot on the ops and tell another kid you got a future and you got to work hard and get an education.
Yeah.
They don't mix, and you can't mix them. So you can't be a halfway crook, and you also can't be a halfway good guy.
Yeah, because Cardi B don't even let her kids listen to her music.
Which is cool, but you still sell it to everybody else kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I really find power in, is like the things that we feed our brain. And I find myself listening to a lot more Christian music. It's cliche, but ultimately, like the power of God, the faith. I didn't know Christian rap was popping like it is.
No, it's tough, bro.
Hey, man, I did not. I sent my girl something the other day. Like, you gotta listen to her. She sound like Lotto. I didn't even know. Like,
they get on drill beats and everything.
But for real, like, I think the biggest thing is just watch what you feed yourself and your children.
Yeah.
I'm a parent. I'm flawed by every measure necessary. There's still a power of my impact on my own.
Yeah.
I'm not telling nobody how to run their household, but if your child spend so much time thinking it's cool to be a thug nigga, and it's cool to wear a shiesty mask, and it's cool to have guns, and it's cool to play with drugs, like, what can we do with that?
Yeah.
What can we do with that?
On the road to destruction.
I'm not telling nobody how to live their life. Live your life. Live in your truth.
Yeah.
But let their truth be a little more open.
Yeah.
To possibility.
Don't place your limitations on them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jay-Z, one of my favorite, I love this Jay-Z quote. Because people was like, he was like, people try to tell me that I can't do something. And I just had to, I was like, don't tell me I can't do something just because you can't do something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't do it don't mean I can't do it. I do whatever I want. And I think that's something I try to pour into my daughter. Like, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Facts.
You know?
Don't believe it. I tell the kids about a story about a frog. And I heard it somewhere. I don't even remember where. But it was like there was these 3 frogs and they jumping out this bucket. All the other frogs, they stuck down there. They laughing. You ain't never going to get out that damn bucket. You just keep jumping. You keep jumping. First frog, he give up. He quit. Fold. Damn it, they right. Second frog, he get to jumping. He jumping. They still saying, man, what is you doing? Why are you wasting your time?
Yeah.
Keep jumping. He get to the line, but he don't get over it. His leg hurt. He quit. Third frog, he get to jumping. Same narrative. Dog, you ain't never going to make it. Why are you trying? You might as well do what we doing. You ain't never going to make it. Third frog out there, about 100 tries jumped and hit the top of that bucket and crawled over. Everybody was trying to figure out how he did it. He was deaf and blind. You didn't hear him.
Huh.
You got to drown out the noise.
Wow.
And unfortunately, middle school is one of the noisiest places, figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to ask the last question? You've just been sitting there silent.
to be honest, I'm just soaking it all in because, one, I was that kid, so like I kind of relate to everything you're saying. The last question, I'm just been off script, just listening to you speak. My apologies for being a bad host. But what is the last question? Right here. Number 5.
What gives you hope when working with youth despite moments like this?
I like that one, though. We can go with that one. What gives me hope?
Yeah.
The people I work with, because ultimately we can focus on the 5% or the 95. There are so many people that just desperately want to connect or learn or are open to change. And when I look at these young people and it starts to connect in their minds, man, I had 3 high school kids tell me they love me the other day. Boy, my kids don't even say that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a hugger. I maybe hugged my son more times this year because it's a New Year's resolution, but like I'm not a hugger. My dad was locked up my entire life.
Yeah.
I got raised by my grandpa, Harry. Shout out to the garbage man. Because I watched that man wake up every day and go to work, get off. Show me what integrity looked like. Show me what character looked like. And at the end of the day, the things that give me hope are this generation. There's always the law of evens. Right now, I feel like we way down here, but we got to get back, right? That's the rule. I feel like things going to mellow out. I feel like the more we have conversations like this and get away from the 1940s and the 20s and the 30s and the 60s, 1970s, maybe even to 1980, we in a new generation. It's a new time.
Yeah.
But we can't shy away from the opportunity to truly, in a way that we may have never even done before. But it really takes pride. Pride's the devil, J. Cole, right?
Yeah.
It takes pride to be gone. It takes humility. It takes a willingness to learn and hear. But more importantly, it takes action.
Yeah. Before we wrap, I just have like 2 extra questions off script. Being in the education field, I'm sure you're around parents. What are some things that you would ask the parents to start doing more with their children? Whether it's one-on-one or multiple.
Ultimately, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not a parent of 4, and it's damn near impossible to find time in the day.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is so hard. I think creating a safe space is hard. I'm working on it with my own son. He's at the middle school right now.
Right.
And getting him to understand he can open up, share. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to not have to tear somebody down to be cool. Like you can build somebody up. You tell them how you like their shoes. I like your hat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It'll work. That's what's up. It's not just to the team. Like we are having those conversations. What does it look like to be a man? What does integrity look like? Do you say and match what you say? By the way, I apologize for not coming last week or the last time we scheduled. So, like, this is something that's been in the making, and I appreciate the platform. But, like, at the end of the day, it just really comes with humility, love, and the ability to see different perspectives.
And my last question, do you have any advice for anyone wanting to become an educator or to the other educators in your field to like what is something that like you would encourage them to do?
Work, like Rihanna said. but also it's not some insurmountable task.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, educators are peoples. The struggle is if you go to the doctor and he tell you got a bad toe and you need to get something, you're gonna go get it.
Right.
If you go to school and he tell your son he got a bad attitude, you trying to check him. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Why is that different? Like, educators go to work. They go to get an education. They deal with children. Now, are they human beings? Absolutely. But I think grace has to come from both sides. And a lot of building, a lot of community building and open conversation.
Awesome.
Is there any final message that you want to leave to some of our listeners who are parents or just other members in the community?
Listen, don't judge.
Or
we listen and we don't judge. Ultimately, taking a chance, taking a risk, man in the arena, Theodore Roosevelt. If you're not familiar with it, read the quote. But we listen and we don't judge.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for
I appreciate it, man.
all you do and kicking it with us, man. And with that said, I'm James.
I'm Marcellus.
And this was a Kickback. Peace.